Hey, it's Candy. Did you know that I have a quiz to help coaches choose their niche? Yeah, I do. It's super popular and it has been taken more than 20,000 times. This is a fun quiz that takes you about 2 minutes to do, and it will probably give you way more clarity on choosing your best coaching niche. So now, whether you say niche or niche, it's going to work for you. And if you're a coach and you have been stuck in niche indecision, wondering what to do, then you should take my quiz and find out what you learn. You can take the quiz today at coachnichequiz.com. That's coachnichequiz.com. Okay, let's dive into this week's episode. Welcome to She Coaches Coaches. I'm your host, Candy Motzek, and I'm going to help you find the clarity, confidence, and courage to become the coach that you are meant to be. If you're a new coach, or if you've always wanted to be a life coach, then this is the place for you. We're going to talk all about mindset and strategies and how to, because step by step only works when you have the clarity, courage, and confidence to take action. Let's get started. Well, hello, dear listener. I am so glad you're here. It is cool out today and the sun is shining. It's a beautiful combination. It's winter and I've got a little bird feeder that I watch outside my window. In fact, I'm looking at it right now, and I watch it while I'm working in my she shed, talking to you. And there are chickadees and a little bird called a dark-eyed junco, and they are hopping around and they are enjoying it immensely. What I notice is I see them flitting around from tree to tree, landing on the feeder and the ground below, and they're getting all the seeds that are there. I usually add seed every single morning, and by the end of the day, if the birds haven't taken it, well, the squirrels will just come along and finish it off. You know, I just share this little snippet of life with you because, honest to goodness, our world is in such a turmoil. I hear about hate and violence and climate change, the environmental degradation, and we can make a difference. And what I notice for me is that watching those birds helps me to have a moment of peace. So when I connect with nature, I feel grounded, I feel settled, and I am reminded that I can continue to do my part to help. And I hope that it's inspiration for you too. So what about you? How are you today? I'm thinking of you as I record this. And like I said, it's a winter day and we're getting really close to the Christmas season. Are you looking forward to it? Or are you kind of dreading the hectic craziness? Or maybe a little bit of both? Well, whichever is true to you, I am thinking of you. All right, so let's dive into today's episode. I was on a training the other day, and the coach said, you know what? Boring is close to a breakthrough. And it kind of made me sit up and think. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that the journey of being a coach means that I have tried a whole bunch of different ways to improve my business, to improve how I attract and how I work with my dream clients. And while the principles of building a business are consistent, and I have spoken with you at length on them over the past number of episodes, but I do know that it can seem like there's so many things to try and do. And there's many potential ways of building a business in the details, in attracting clients, in what platforms you choose, in how you choose to use your voice. And what I've noticed is this, that it is really common for coaches to try something. They decide they're going to do something, they're going to take a certain approach. Let's just say, for example, that it's doing a weekly live on Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever your platform of choice is. And you want to use this as a way of sharing your knowledge, showing people that you're a coach, demonstrating that you can help them, and to invite them a little closer into your world. You might be all excited about it, right? So you start out, and every week for the first couple of weeks, faithfully you prepare and you get going and you do your live. Now, it's all fun and games and exciting for the first few weeks. But then maybe after week 4 or 5 or 6, you start to notice that your enthusiasm is starting to evaporate. You may even find yourself saying something like, ugh, I don't know if this is worth it. Or might be thinking something like, hardly anybody is watching. I get so little engagement. I just don't know. Maybe this isn't the thing for me. And as your enthusiasm fades, you're going to see all the ways that it's not working for you. And in your imagination, you think it should be faster. You think it should be better. You think that it should be working perfectly already and that you should be signing clients from this thing or whatever the effect is that you're wanting to get. Then you start to feel bored. Now, this is the time that I want you to sit up and really take notice. And if you notice that you're saying, I thought it was going to be this way, but that's just not going fast enough. Think about this. Because you chose that thing, you chose that method, that mode. Maybe it's being live on Instagram, like I said, or you're going to that same networking group that was fresh to you a while ago. It was all new and interesting, and you'd never been there before. And now you're starting to feel bored. Well, guess what? This is great news, really good news. I know. It seems kind of weird that I'm saying this. Why is it good news that you're feeling bored? Well, what it means is that the initial rush of doing that novel, fun, easy thing has worn off. And now you're really in it. What you don't know is who's been watching, who's been listening, who's been reading, who's been following, who's been watching it a second time even. And they may have seen a couple of your lives. And if you put the replays up, maybe they've seen the replays too. And they're kind of sort of interested. But then they got busy and they didn't like it. They didn't make a comment. So you think nothing's happening. But what you don't know is that maybe they're watching it again. Maybe they're lurking and they're thinking, there's something about them that I like. There's something about that person's approach that really resonates with me. What you're also not noticing is you're not noticing the cumulative effect. So if you go and do 4 videos live, turn them into evergreen content, and they sit on your profile going forward, you may have forgotten that somebody 3 months from now will binge on all your recordings and book a call that afternoon. You've taken the easy path, the one where you think it's not working. So let me say that to you again. If you think it's not working and you thought that it was going to be easy, then you might get discouraged. And then what do? You start to look around. You look for that next new thing that sparks your interest, the next shiny object. I would caution you, why not try this instead? Instead of being so fast to jump to the next thing, notice what is working. Notice what is going well. Notice that someone, even one person, has watched it. Notice that you're starting to get more comfortable. Maybe you're starting to improve how you speak. Maybe you're getting better at creating more impactful videos. Maybe you're just feeling like you're getting in a groove. Even that is a sign that it's starting to work. So I highly recommend that you notice that when you get bored, it's because you're looking for the next hit of excitement. You're looking for the fast, easy path. And you're thinking that it has to be fast or easy, or you have to always feel excited. But that's not the way business works. Hey, we're adults. We've been around the block for a while, right? We know that sometimes things are easy and fun, and sometimes things take a little bit of work. So maybe you want to hop over to something new, thinking that somehow that's going to be the new magic bullet. But I would highly recommend that you try this instead. When you get bored, tell yourself a couple of things. And notice I said when you get bored, because you're going to get bored. This is part of getting better and maturing and mastering a skill. So when you get bored, tell yourself this. This approach works for somebody else, so it can work for me too. Or you could try this thought. I know dream clients are watching, listening, reading. They are one thought away from saying yes. Another approach you could try is this thought. The fastest path to success is to master this one approach. Or you could say this. Oh, this is good. I'm getting bored. It means I'm close to my breakthrough. Let's keep going. All right. Do know, I want you to really listen and hear this. Your people, your dream clients, they are watching you, but you just can't see them yet. They are watching and assessing and considering and wondering. And all of that, they're wondering, can I trust you? Can they help me? So when your dream client is watching and you don't even know, and they're asking themselves that question, can I trust them? What happens is this. When you stop and quit, they never get to answer that question for themselves. But when you keep going, when you show up consistently, even when it gets boring, you keep showing up again and again and again, you are showing them that you are a role model. You are showing that you're reliable, that you are committed. Not only are you committed to yourself and the process, you are committed to them. And you are willing to keep showing up for them. And this builds trust. This is the breakthrough you're looking for. Because when they trust you, when they see what you've done, and they know that it can help them, and they trust you, then they're going to put up their hand and ask for help. They'll book that sales call. They'll say, how can I work with you? So yeah, when it gets boring, you are so close to your breakthrough. You're so close to that next level. Keep going. All right. That's what I've got for you today. So a quick recap. You learned today that when you start to get bored, you're close to a breakthrough. It's great news. And how to keep going and how to invest in building that connection with your dream clients by continuing to show up for them. So if anything, I want you to know, keep going. I believe in you. You are ready for the next level. I just know it. So have I ever told you how grateful I am that you spend time here listening? Well, if it's been a while, I want you to know I am so glad you're here and I am thankful for you. And I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week on the next episode. Have a great week. Thanks again for listening today. Please hop on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. Also, I would love to hear from you. Did something that I say resonate? What else would you like to learn about? Click the link in the player and leave a comment on the post. This is going to give me great ideas for future episodes so I can help you best. Join me again next week for more coaching, support, and teaching to help you become the confident coach you are meant to be.